time for the faith walk of the day. Okay, so as I said earlier, I had to speak Sunday morning for our live stream, and I talked about Luke, the 10th chapter, 38th verse, the 38th through the 42nd verse. Is when Mary and Martha had a dinner party, and Jesus was coming over with the disciples, and Martha was busy getting ready. And once Jesus had come, Mary sat at his feet. Mary sat at his feet, and Martha kept working, both doing things that were necessary. But the scripture says Jesus said Mary was doing the good thing, and that Martha was distracted by her own work, by what she was doing. Now, there was nothing wrong with trying to make sure that the party was nice for Jesus and the disciples, but Jesus was in the room. Everything changes when Jesus is in the room. Mary was at his feet because Mary wanted to hear everything that Jesus had to say. We know Mary. Mary is the one that washed his feet with the oil and washed it with her tears. We know that scripture. And we know that when Mary and Martha, when Lazarus had died, they both said the same thing we always talk about. Martha saying, God, if you would have been here, Lazarus would not have died. Right. But she kind of telling Jesus off, because Jesus said, don't worry, he's going to, he shall live again. Right. And she said, yeah, and the resurrection, like she has a total attitude. But later in the scripture, and that's in Luke 10, I want to say, John 10, I want to say, later in the scripture, Mary says, Jesus, if you would have been here, my brother wouldn't have died. But Mary is at his feet, and Mary is crying. So Mary's posture is different. Sometimes our focus makes us have the wrong approach with the Father. Lord, why didn't you do such and such? First of all, I'm God. And who are you talking to first? Let's start there. But I think your heart posture and your position with the Father is very, very important to the kind of response that you're going to get. And God is not a petty parent. What did I say? He still wakes us up every morning. He still blesses us. But I think that you block some of your blessings with the wrong attitude. Martha was distracted in the scripture in Luke 10. Martha was distracted by her own work, her own busyness. She literally was telling on Mary, Jesus, could you tell her to get up and help me? This is what she said. Did you see all this that I'm doing? You see this beautiful spread? I'm hosting a party. And she just sitting there. And Jesus said she was doing the right thing. She was doing the good thing. She was sitting at his feet. Have you ever had a guest come to your house and you're so busy hosting the party, you never, ever spend time with your guests? You don't ask them how they're feeling. You just refill the glasses with water, bring them more juice, tissue in the bathroom. Is the food out? Is there more? You're busy about the party, but you actually don't engage. If Jesus comes to your house, if Jesus was at your door, would you have to run and clean up first? What would you, if he came in, would you be distracted? Oh, I'm sorry, Jesus, I forgot. Or would you say, nothing else matters? You're here. I'm focusing on you. My eyes are on you. Jesus is here. I'm focusing on you. Check your focus, all right? Don't be deceived by your distractions. This is important. I have to do this. No, you don't. You don't have to do that not right now. I'm here. Spend some time with me. You can do that later. All right? That is my faith walk for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Love you and I mean it. Don't be distracted by busyness. Busyness.